What is going on, YouTube? Bringing you another Funko Pop hunting video. First, we stopped at Target here. They had some new pops and some new figures that I thought were pretty interesting. They had a Hulk Hogan figure with some detachable heads that I thought was cool, including then they had some new of the Pop Ad Icons Funko Pops that weren't due to release until next month that I thought. They also had some Ninja Turtles figures that were pretty collectible. Here's a closer look at the Hulk Hogan figures that I thought were really cool from his NWO days. And then they had a Bray Wyatt Fiend one as well. Then we went over to Meijer to see what they had for us. Their selection was pretty picked through already. They didn't have too many new pops that I saw. I did see the Silver in the Sonic Funko Pops that I had not seen in stores before. So those are some newer pops, I believe. They didn't have Knuckles, who's my favorite Sonic character. When they make a Knuckles pop, I'll be sure to get that. But as you can see here, it's pretty picked through. They didn't have any Chase Stretch Armstrongs or anything like that. So we headed on over to the mall. First, we stopped at the Hot Topic. They had some new pops, it looked like, within the last day or so. Nothing too interesting. A couple of Clue pops. The Ned Flanders Simpsons pop I thought was pretty cool, so I did end up picking up one of those, as well as one of the Kool-Aid Packet Funko Pops that are Hot Topic exclusives. They also had a pretty good selection of older pops, ones that have been out for a little while here that people have maybe taken all the Chase variants of and things like that. They have the Dumb and Dumber pops, those are newer. Mr. Potato Heads, the Mickey Mouse pops, some more Stretch Armstrongs. Then we came over to GameStop to see if they had any new figures. They had a pretty good selection of Funko Pops. It looked like they had some newer ones on there. Some cool, they had the Star Wars Valentine's Day Pops. As you can see, the Chewbacca here in the Yoda Pop. Those are pretty cool. I like those. Then they have some other Pops here from Blade Hunters and Skyrim, which I thought was kind of cool. Some more anime pops. I don't know too much about anime, so I didn't get those. As well as the Hulk PX Previews pop in the Absolute Carnage pop, which you'll see a closer look at later on. They had a couple of the box sets left, including the Venomized Fantastic Four sets. They also had a pretty good selection of Hot Wheels, which is also another interest of mine. Then I found these really cool Mortal Kombat figures. This Raiden one, the detail on it was amazing. I really, really liked it. But this next one, the Sub-Zero one, this is the one that I would have gotten if I was going to get one. Sub-Zero has been my favorite character in Mortal Kombat for many, many years. They also had some really cool Batman figures. These figures I've seen around at different stores, but they had some newer ones that I hadn't seen before. They had the Murder Machine Batman, as well as one of the kind of Doomsday variant Batmans there in the Green Lantern type Batman. Those are pretty cool. Those are pretty collectible. I definitely want to pick those up eventually. Then they had some just Marvel Legends characters. I don't really mess with those too much. They had some new Avengers as well, and then some Star Wars figures. Star Wars is always collectible, as everyone knows. I ended up coming over to FYE after that, just to see what they had at FYE here. They had a lot of clearance pops that it looks like they're just trying to get rid of, which are pretty cool. But, if you're looking to just get some cheap pops and start your collection off with just some cheaper pops, definitely a pretty good place to do that at. Then you'll see they had quite a few of the Looney Tunes superhero pops, as well as they had a cool Harley Quinn pink pop in there, the breast cancer awareness pop, which I thought was pretty cool. I do have that whole set already, so I did not end up picking that up. But as you can see, they have some more clearance pops, and you'll see that they had just incredible amounts of the Looney Tunes superheroes, the Looney Tunes / DC Comics set. I do have a couple of those. I have the Sylvester as Batman already, and the Bugs Bunny as Superman. They had some of the new South Park pops there, including you can see Stan there. Then my personal favorite that they had here, and you'll get a closer look in just a moment here, the Scranton Boys from The Office. If there's any Office fans out there, they'll know exactly who the Scranton Boys are. I love that episode. That's probably my favorite show of all time. So I definitely had one of those on pre-order already, so I did not pick up another one today. Then you can just see they had a decent little selection. Then I came over just to take a look at some of their other figures that they had here. They had some nice Batman figures, some different action figures and things like that. Anyone, if you've ever been to FYE, you know that they have quite the selection of just miscellaneous figures and things like that. They had some of the miniature Funkos, which I don't mess with too much there. Some Dragon Ball Z figures. This figure I thought was really cool. This is the Batman Who Laughs Batman figure. One of the ones that you saw in GameStop. Definitely one that I'm going to be picking up one day. What is going on, YouTube? I'm back at home here. I did end up, after we went to the different stores, I did end up buying a few Funko Pops for myself here. So let's take a closer look at the Funko Pops that we ended up getting today. The first store we went to was Target, and they actually had a pretty good selection of new Funko Pops. And we ended up actually getting a couple of the newer ones here. We ended up picking up the Baby Nut, as well as the Flocked Slush Puppy. Now, both of these Pops, I believe, were supposed to be street dated for February, but for whatever reason in Target's system, they were not street dated. So they might be showing up in your local Targets, and maybe you could pick those up as well. And then just to complete the family here, I did get a Mr. Peanut. They only had one Mr. Peanut left, but because I got the cute little Baby Nut, I had to get Papa Peanut. So I ended up getting both of those. So that was pretty much everything I picked up from Target there. So we'll push those to the back here. Now the second place we went to was Hot Topic. They had a couple new Pops at Hot Topic as well. I ended up picking up 3 of the newer Pops there, actually. Well, 2 of the newer Pops and 1 of the older Pops. I picked up the Ned Flanders Hot Topic exclusive Funko Pop. This one I believe to be a newer Pop here. It was not there last time I checked, so I believe that's a newer one there. I got the Kool-Aid Packet Hot Topic Funko Pop here to go with some of my other ad icons set. I'm going to put them all in a case next to each other, including the Slush Puppy and the Mr. Peanut and the Baby Nut. Even though, for whatever reason, the Kool-Aid one doesn't say that it's an ad icon, I'm going to go ahead and count it. And then just for a personal favorite of mine, I ended up picking up the Papa Emeritus IV Hot Topic exclusive Pop. Ghost is one of my favorite bands, and I have a couple of their other Pops. I believe 1 of their other Pops. So I wanted to go ahead and pick this Pop up as well. I think it's a really cool Pop to go with it, and they're a great band, and I would check them out if you haven't already. Then the last place we went to FYE first, actually, and they didn't have too many new Pops, so I didn't end up getting too many new Pops from there. So we were kind of in and out of there pretty quick. They had some nice little action figures and things like that. But then right down the hallway a little ways is our GameStop. So I did end up going into GameStop, and they did have quite a good selection, as you'll see in the video, of new Funko Pops, including the new Hulk PX Previews Pop. They didn't have any of the Chase variants or anything like that. They just had 2 of the regular one. But they did have one that I've been looking for quite a while now, at least a couple months. They had the Absolute Carnage PX Previews Pop, which I think is just a really, really good pop. You can see down there that the base is actually made out of different skulls and things like that, which is kind of cool. Then on the back, you'll see on the back, he actually is surrounded by 3 different tombstones, which I thought was really cool, including one that says Peter Parker's name on there, one that says Brock, who was the first Venom symbiote, then Rogers, and then one that looks like it might even say Logan, maybe referring to Wolverine or something like that, I'm not really sure. And then Rogers, you know, I'm not really sure what that is. I imagine, I don't know if that would be the Captain America Rogers or a different Rogers. I'm not all that familiar, but that's just a really, really neat looking pop, and I was really happy to pick that up to add to my collection. I have quite the collection of Marvel and Batman Funko Pops. The superhero Pops are mainly the ones that I go for. Once in a while, as you'll see in the video here, I pick up a few other random pops, but for the most part, I stick to the superheroes. So all in all, I'd say it was a pretty successful day of Funko Pop hunting. This Absolute Carnage one is obviously my favorite. That's one that I've been wanting pretty much since I saw it first shown off as an upcoming pop. So I'm glad I picked that pop up. And so all in all, I'd say I did pretty good. It was a lot of fun going around looking for Funko Pops. And that's about it. And I will see you guys in the next video. Please like and subscribe. Still working on setting everything up. I need to get a tripod to hold my camera. As you can see, it's a little shaky now, but once we get the tripod, we'll be all set for there. And I also am going to be doing Hot Wheels, different hunting videos, as well as sports card and Pokemon hunting videos. So stay tuned for all of those. So if you like and subscribe, that would be doing me a great favor, and I will see you in the next video.